Okay. So, last time we had left off... Oh, you know what? Is that the right one? Yeah? Okay. Didn't remember this being the location that we were at. Interesting. Oh, yes, that's right. I just finished off with this little guy. I was going to say, I thought that we were at Hateno, but that didn't look like Hateno at first. So, yes, the next leg of the journey here is going to be exploring the depths a bit in order to get a bunch of the mines that are down under here. There's a location right over here and one right here that should work well. What will probably make the most sense, I'm thinking, is going up to this one first, because it's the more isolated out of all of the different ones. And after that, then it'll be easier to hit up multiple ones that follow. I don't think that there was really anything major that I needed to accomplish in Hateno at the moment. You know, there's some side quests that I could tackle, but I think that I'm mostly going to leave those for after I take care of all of the regional phenomenon. Just seems to make more sense in terms of how I divide my time. Yeah, one of the fastest overall ways of getting a whole bunch of Zonai charges so that I can load up on parts is going to be... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, there's usually a bunch of rice in here. But yeah, generally the fastest way is going to just be buying it at the mines. And given the degree of challenge that there is in getting back up from the depths, then I may as well kind of make a chain of it. Plus, I wanted to explore a bit of the depths under Necluda specifically because I really, really want to get a pristine 8-fold Longblade. Because one of those with a dragon horn on it is like one of my favorite weapons. So I'd kind of like to get one, if I can. I don't want to waste a dragon horn on one of the decayed ones. It's just not a good use of parts. I do like the fact that it makes you automatically swim up a waterfall if you end up running into it in that particular manner. Wait, did I not fuse that? I didn't fuse it. I suppose I should do that now. Real quick. Yeah. Probably. Probably a silver moblin horn, I'm thinking. Oh, hi. Well, that's awful silly. Just walking back over there. Not sure why it de-aggroed. Teeth. What's in here? Huh. Decent. Won't turn that down. And I do need more arrows. Pretty badly. Okay. Come on. Fine, I'll just smash them open. Good use for the Master Sword, I guess. As a rechargeable breaking implement. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna need to head up here and then go to the right. Oh, and that's right, I didn't manage to find a, wherever the heck the goddess statue is in, Hateno Village. I completely forget where it's at. But, you know what, honestly, I just can't really be bothered right now. I'd rather just get to, the depths. Ha! Get frozen, idiot. Oh, it's the bug guy. Sneaky veggie porridge. Yeah, bug facts. Well, don't really need it right now, but I guess I've got a 5-minute stealth bonus at the moment. Thanks to that. You know what? I don't know where it is in Hateno either. Yeah, it's somewhere around. I know I've used it before, but there is just so much to keep track of in this game. And there are other ones that I know that I'll be at in not too terribly long. I'm not really hurting for hearts or stamina at the moment. Oh. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to bother with changing my clothes because I'm just going to be running down here. And then it's not going to matter. Because the depths don't have harsh weather. Giant bright bloom, where are you? Type. Okay, did I just go past it? Yeah, I must have gone past it. Should be up here with the plants. Where is it? I'm just not seeing it. Apparently. Where? Ah. I would have figured that they would have put those with the plants, but I guess not. Aha! Oh, this one's a 2. Stealing your fists. Smashing privileges revoked. Same with stomping. Guy I took this core from was stronger than you, buddy. Get spanked. Okay. Anything that I want to stick that to? I don't think so. I'll go ahead and just stick it to the Master Sword for the moment. Works for me.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's up. Not too far, though. I should be able to just get right up there. Not too much trouble. Oh, I guess this is what the bonus stamina's for. Yeah. Light it up. I like being able to see, even if it's only illuminating a small area. Boop. Oh, and I guess there's one right over there, too. I bet that one's a bigger one. Probably. It is kind of funny the differences in the size of the illumination radius that the different light routes have. Not really sure how they determined what got what, but I have to imagine that they had some sort of like a pre-programmed setting. Must have just sort of like defaulted them, essentially. Like, chances are they could probably manually massage the values as needed, but yeah, you can see that definitely when it's ones that are closer together especially, they tend to have a smaller range of coverage, so it's probably something based on proximity. Let's see. Trying to get a... Okay, so I need to... From here, I'm going to be basically heading... Yeah. Roughly. Huh. I don't think that's the right one. There we go. Yeah. Right about here. So actually, I'll just go down to there. That'll just help me keep track of where I'm heading for. It's so easy to get turned around down here. Especially when there's a bit of a lack of light routes. Or active ones, anyhow. The pose are real nice because they give you sort of a visual indicator of where certain things are at. I'll go ahead and take that for now, since I only had like 1 or 2 shots left in that. I don't like getting rid of having a cannon spear on me at all times. But if that's the circumstance that I'm in, it works. Yeah. Thank you, shelf fungus. Oh, jeez. No. Toolin', help. Okay, I don't think it can get me now. Oh, that would have been obnoxious. Nothing worse than getting harassed while you're climbing. I am still... Yes, I am still going the right way. Good to double check. But a nice... Oh, jeez. A nice upside. is that I'll be getting all of the schema stones also. Tulin help the game, yes. The only routinely helpful sage with minimal drawbacks. Honestly. Flashbang all those little guys. Steal all their bits. It is kind of funny how they'll drop light bloom seeds. Like the implication is that those were in their stomachs because they like to eat them when you throw them. Okay. Okay. Guess I didn't need that wing. I forget just how far the Demon King's bow is able to shoot. And get this baby out. Ooh, nice. Don't mind if I do. Ah! Jeez. Would you stop? Oh, God. Get away! Eish. Oops. Boom. This'll all come in handy once we actually get to the mine. We'll be purchasing a bunch of charges. Alright. This is why setting a marker is useful. Okay. Go around here. Should probably top off my food. Just my health is down a little bit. I suppose I can just... I am a little bit low on cooking pots right now, so given that it was only a few hearts down and I've got plenty... I don't usually use... Huh. The arrows in conjunction with the bright bloom seeds, because it's typically a bit of a waste. But that geometry looked like it was revealing a weirdly shaped space. Say hi to Henry, he's actually lying right next to me. Hello, Henry. Hope that puppy is doing good. Yes! Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, this is the stuff. So, seeing as I don't have anything that is really too amazing, I'll get rid of this one. And now I can actually put something good on it. Like this. And I'll just repair it when needed. Even if it's a bit of a hike, that is going to help out a lot. Oh, and it's even got double durability up. Oh, he's being a sweet boy today. Glad to hear it. He is generally. You know what, I should probably work on using up some of these weaker ones, so I'll go ahead and use this guy. Huh. Okay. That works. Ah. And actually, let's...
Yeah.
Not really anything super amazing. Looks like we got a Yiga camp right over there. Is that where I'm looking? Because, let's see. Yeah. Looks about right. That right under the village. Ah! There we go.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it should be right over there. And we'll brighten up this area. Ugh. Another pitiful one. Just isn't illuminating a whole lot. Now, there's a researcher, quote unquote, chances are he is a Yiga member, so... Just clear this. Yeah, just researcher.
Oh. Yeah. Ah. Ah.
Yeah, like I thought. Take that. I need to actually grab it from a spot where I can manipulate it properly. Because the auto build wouldn't permit me. Whoa! Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the auto build wasn't letting me do the leverage pressing in order to get it to a lowered angle. Oh. Yeah, you can see the way that the physics behave with rotating it through space. There ends up being quite a lot of lag when there's a lot of mass and especially leverage involved. And I have no use for that. I will not be upgrading my battery. You know what, since I have this, might as well see if I can use it in any meaningful way. I guess not really. At least get over to this light route, and then I'll just go back, because hopefully this will kind of increase the illumination a bit more than those other ones. There's usually one that'll work better than the others. Yeah, like that. That is much, much better. Yeah, so now I'll just head back up this way. Oh, what are you? Not anything good, I don't think. Yeah. Just a knight's broadsword. Still worth grabbing, just to get rid of. Okay. Where'd the weapon that I actually wanted to keep go? Ah. There we go. Yeah, the eightfold long blade is really what I'm keeping an eye out for. And I'll just keep using this one for now, because these guys are weak enough that the decayed one will take them out no problem. Let's switch bows over to here, and there. I don't think there's anything that I really need to put the armor shard on. Let's see. Trying to think of what I should use for break-in stuff. Suppose this one, just because it does have its durability down a bit already. Just got enough good weapons right now. It's kind of tough to decide amongst which ones I'm going to get rid of. But yeah, all of this is going to be nice to have. Now, I wonder if I actually have a way to... Okay, let's check out what weapon this guy's got. Something good? Oh. Another 8-fold long blade, how about that? Guess I've got one that I can just kind of squander now, then. Oh, and the Master Sword's power has been restored. So that's nice. Next time that I have to break stuff, then I can use that. It is really funny to me just how the stall horses will so readily respond positively. Like, just because of the fact that you can't register them, it means that you're not ever going to end up having them come when you whistle for them, like you can with a regular horse. But it seems like they actually will raise their bond with you faster than a typical horse will, which I find really funny. Even in undeath, horses are just too good for this world. Alright. Back over here. Activate this guy. And then buy all of his charges. That way we can turn them into parts. Yep. Gimme. And then I don't need the crystallized charges at all. Okay. Just gonna check the surrounding area here. It is nice that there is a fully intact gloom dredger over here. In the past, when I have stripped down gloom dredgers to just remove the useless lights from the front of them, then it's been a good spot for grabbing one. Unfortunately, all of the chassis that you find in the depths will despawn when you try to take them over the barrier between the depths and the surface. So the only way in order to get an authentic Gloom Dredger chassis on the surface is from the Yiga hideout. But for our purposes overall, the horses are going to be better. So now that I've got the Hateno mine, I'll probably go ahead and head over here. This is consistent with the direction that I needed to go anyway. So, yeah. Loop around this way. Go check out that Yiga clan base. Wanna get down, maybe? Yeah. This is the one challenge with the horses. Having to dressage them around just in order to get them down off of ledges and stuff. Okay. Yeah. Shenanigans. Actually got it down the slope. Woo! Let's kind of skedaddle around here. They really did make so much of the terrain down here so absurdly treacherous. I want a skelly horsey so bad. Yeah, me too. I really wish that you could keep them, even if they ended up like despawning or something when it was like the daytime, like they normally do. It would just be nice to be able to grab them. see. Just gotta drop. No. No, thank you. Yeah. Alright, there will be something over here. I guess we'll find out what it is. Most of these are just crystallized charges. Yep. I like that. But a bunch of them do have assorted treasures. So it is nice to grab them when possible. Whoa. Vomp. And bonk. Thank you, Tulin. Yeah. Camp cleared. And now that I have the Master Sword back, just fuse something smashy. Just need there to be like a rock or something around here. Guess there kind of isn't. Well, I guess that is what stuff like your basic old moblin horns are for. That'll do. Bust all these up. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, sunshine. And the stretch. Okay, where was I heading? Off to my left. Okay, I guess that will unfortunately not work. But I do have enough stamina that I can just get right up here. Okay. And up here. Okay. That ain't too bad. I think I ought to do okay. As long as I just put a little something something on the spring. Okay. So the reason why I'm tacking this on here is because once I get up onto this and activate it, it's going to compress the spring and launch the rocket. And then once the rocket despawns, I need to have the auto-built spring still attached to something, or else it would despawn. Oh, come on. I was going to say, I think that one got him. Brilliant. Hmm. There's always good stuff in the chests around the Yiga encampments. Now where was the actual spot? There. I have no patience for that. Must be like over on this side somewhere? Somewhere around here. Hmm. Get up through the top and see if I can see any better. Probably can. There it is. And I got a Grand Poe for my trouble. So that's nice. See which Yiga schematic is in here. Liftoff glider. Not super useful, but really none of the schematics are. But that's why I wish that you could just remap those slots. It'd be so much better. Let's see, where should I go from here? Looks like There's one under Lurelin. So if I head over this way... then that should be good. Those work so much better than lights. They consume no battery. If I really wanted to extend the distance that I was going, though, I would be using a couple of balloons on here. Also, I have a bad habit of leaving caps lock on. Yeah, I'll say that's something that I have perhaps noticed. But you know what? You are enthusiastic enough all the time, Sunshine, that it never really seems out of place. Give me that puff shroom. And... no. Can't really get up there. Short of doing this. Now, something that I was messing around with the other night that I will end up making use of at the soonest opportunity is that there is a real neat mechanism that you can use for battery-free flight over relatively long distances. And that is to use a couple of oops. That didn't work. I guess I wasn't as far up close to the top as I thought I was. That's alright, I've got plenty of zonite. But anyhow, the battery-free flight is if you just take a wing with a couple of balloons on it, load it up with some firewood for providing the lift battery free. Then you put a sail on the front of it. Then that works out real good. As you can just use some sort of a gusting weapon with the sail, and despite the fact that the physics of it are dubious, it will do a fine job Am I still going the right way? No, I'm not. There we go. Of moving you forward at a very high speed. So as an overall mechanism, it works out real good for cheap parts when you're doing a challenge run like this where you don't have any sort of an upgrade to your battery. In fact, you're able to cover roughly about a third of the map's distance when you use one of those builds. And because the parts are cheap, when they wear out, you just build a new one. The only thing that you have to end up paying for in Zonite is just the fan, which, or not fan, but sail rather, which is of course the only non-Zonai or inventory item. Okay, this way. Also, riding the dragons through the ships works for cheap. Yes, that certainly does. And yeah, patience is key for it. But each of the dragons has a nice little loop that they follow, unless if it's the light dragon. The light dragon goes between all of the different towers and so makes like a huge map-wide circle and goes in and out of the depths. Alright, come over here and get our schema stone. Which is probably just another useless something or other. But for the sake of completeness, it's nice having them. Just in case. And once in a while, there'll be like a part in them that's actually useful. The nice thing with the dirigible build, for instance, is the fact that it does have torches built into it. And that makes it so that when your battery runs out, then it'll continue to go upwards. Not very fast, mind you, but it still does. The intensity of the flame matters when it comes to balloons. Oh, I see. We've got a few little crystallized charges up here on top. Completely useless to me, but there they are, so, like... I do find it funny that you can't grab them, other than picking them up. You know what? Works for me. I do like the detail that there's little bits of Zonite just kind of lying around up in the top here. Alright. Time to clean this one out. And gimme. I really am just so low on parts. But I just also don't have many charges, so it's like, what are you gonna do? Let's see. Time to find where the next one is. Looks like... Next one's in kind of a tricky location. It might be easier to exit the depths in order to get to it. So I need to figure out where the ascension platform around here is. Fortunately, that's not too far away, looks like. Yeah, it's like right over here. So, because of the fact that we're not doing any fast travel, that means no warping out of the depths either. And because of that, I have to make use of the ascension towers that exist down here. Grab these Poes while I'm at it. Always looks like a big ol' egg yolk at a distance. Ooh, that was a nice sized one. Yeah, really, the reason why I've been avoiding the depths this time around. Yeah, it definitely makes things interesting. You kind of have to plan your trips a little bit more. Am I going the right way? Over this way, I guess. Oh. Let's see what this chest has. Probably just a charge. But worth checking. Yep, just a charge. But that's okay. It'd be less of an issue if there weren't so many walls you can't get around. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Eightfold long blade, baby. Finally. Now, what am I going to get rid of? Gimme. Ugh, it's got long throw, though. Weird. There are children screaming outside my window playing with water balloons. That sounds like fun for them, but misery for you. Yes! Like my favorite weapon combo. What do we got in here? Nothing? It is a time. Yep. Have to imagine. Ooh, and what do we have here? Okay. Nadra blade is such a funny phrase. See, that's one of those armored guys. There we go. And sneak strike. Sneak strike. And sneak strike. Got him. And now I can pick up all their stuff. I usually like to wait until I've actually grabbed everything or gotten all of the enemies rather before I go and do that. I'll be able to pick up some more zonite to replenish what we spent. Ooh, lots of arrows, that's nice. Toolin, stop it. Okay. And here we are with the Ascension Tower. So back to the surface. Yeah. Question is, do I want to do the Lurlin Village quest right now? Feel free to chime in, chat, if you have any say on whether you would like that or if I should just keep on going with farming. Because it will take up a little block of time if I take that on. Also trying to see if there's anything actually in this area that I need before I jump down. Looks like there's an encampment over here, maybe. Oh, no. No, it's a Korok. Probably going to some god-awful location that I cannot conveniently get to. Yeah, your friend's like all the way over on Eventide Island, isn't he? Yeah, that's what I thought. Not doing that right now. Now, Tinoco Island over here is where you can get boats. And there's a particular setup that I like making. Using one of those as the chassis and big wheels. And it's real good as sort of a tank. Sorry, not sorry? For what? Also, last call for any input on whether or not I do Lurelin Village currently. Ah, the Korok, I see. What do we got left? Not a lot. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say there was surely more enemies around than that. Bonk. Woo. Nice to have the silver Lizalfos tail. Ah. I'm gonna say, where is he? Over there, I guess. And these are always randomized. Okay, just a royal halberd. Don't need that. Oh, got some keys down there. Now, the reason why only a certain... Ooh, iron shell crab, nice. The reason why only a certain number drop is because of the limit that there is on the actual items that can be on the ground at any one time. Any more than that, and they start to despawn. Oops. Come on. There we go. I was mashing the A button and it was just not doing anything. Woo! Oh, nice and fast. Mostly ambers, but a couple of rubies, so that's nice. Oh, and a topaz. Much more useful. So, a reason why I want to go over here is that this is a spot where you can get a sail. Plus there's just a bunch of bananas here, which is nice. Like, sure, you get plenty of them from the Yiga members, but not as many as when you find them on the ding-dang trees. Yeah, so we've got a ripped sail over here, but over in the other direction, over this way, there should be a pristine one. Yahaha! There. Didn't want to drop it on his noggin. But yeah, here's one of the pristine sails. Unfortunately, when you go to auto-build these, they turn into the ripped variety, so ends up looking a little bit ugly, but it does a nice job overall. Now, the one downside of this approach is that it does require you to have a weapon that is dedicated to being a guster. But I've been carrying around this magic rod. I can probably put something flappy on that. Where is my firewood? There we go. And then you just stick this right there. Now, I'm going to see if there are any favorites I can get rid of. I kind of want to keep this one around just because it's a good regular one. Oops. Gotta keep that. Question is if I'm really ever going to use these guys. Probably won't. So I'll go ahead and I guess unfavorite this one. And I'm not sure if I want to bother with putting... Yeah, I won't bother with putting fire fruit on it. But I can make a guster using a Korok leaf. Actually, I can just go ahead and put it on the Master Sword. And then... Usually the way that I would like to set things on fire is I like to have a spear. And I've got so many of these horns, I can go ahead and destroy the fused material on that. And I think I've got... I got a couple of those, but not really the best. You know what? This works. Yeah. But just got to make sure that I actually remember to... There we go. Favorite that. So, what I will now do in order to... I'm heading over this way at this point, I think. Am I? No. No, the next one that I'm going to is... like... Yeah, it's the one under Kakariko Village. There's one, like, here. So, what we do here is... Whoops. Come on. There we go. And then to this guy. And you can see it'll move you along pretty nice and fast. The biggest issue is that it can be a little bit finicky to steer. Mostly because the game's auto-targeting kind of makes you want to go after the balloons sometimes. Am I facing the right way? Okay. So I want to go over it this way, so I'll knock it over there a little bit. So you can see it just kind of mucked up the direction. Oh no. My, my garland. Right now, the biggest issue is that I've got this mountain sort of in my way. But you can see that this was all completely avoiding using a battery at all. So despite the fact that I've only got one battery of charge, I can actually go pretty far with this thing. In fact, I can even continue going after the balloons despawn. Yeah, so going around is probably going to be the easiest way. I can even get my wood back. Now, the wing is close enough to having been used up that I am going to go ahead and just take this over here. So let's see here. Based on the terrain, probably clear this corner. But yeah, you can see I was able to get all the way from like over here all the way up through here on just that. So you can actually go pretty far for cheap parts. And the sail will never run out of durability. Oops. There we go. Now let's just see. Oops. Yeah. I do not want it to go 45 degrees that way. Thank you very much. Haha. That sort of worked. Yeah. You can see it really is a very impressive rate of travel. Especially for zero battery. Technically, the Don-Dons down there should now have gems that I can claim. But better to keep going. At least for right now. Let's see. Yeah, I'm facing about the right direction. See, now we've gained enough altitude that I should be, whoops, able to actually reposition from up here. That worked out basically perfect. Oof. There went a bunch of those lemons. Let's see. Biggest thing is that I don't want the sail to despawn. Ah. Come over here and grab these before they can get accidentally burst. Nice. Worked out pretty good. Yeah. I should probably be using that tail weapon a little bit more. Okay. Now that I've got this all set, the direction that I want to go is over this way. And get my wood out. Let me take out the balloons. Sheesh. Oh, whoops. That's right. I need the, if I'm going to be gaining my altitude faster. Now, it'll probably make sense for me to do. Ah. Not only should I grab that before heading out of here, but I should be able there we go. Oh. Man, it sure would be nice if that didn't happen. Come on. There we go. This is the drawback of this kind of system, is that in this kind of weather, that can happen. Most of the time, it's not too bad. But sometimes, it does cause trouble. Okay. There we go. That's more like it. Of course, now that the balloons have had some of their durability used up, but whatever. ahead, pretty hard to the right. Yeah. Yeah, so this actually ought to be able to get us to the stables. Okay. Because if I get to the stables, at least, I can do the Great Fairy quest. Come on. There we go. Turn a little better. Perfect. I'll just take this with me. Do I actually have a regular picture? Yeah, I didn't even have a regular Bokoblin photographed. There we go. Bonk. Actually, yeah, I was gonna say, it's over this way. Oh. Nice. We got some of these guys over here. Should be able to take them out for some charges. So that actually is consistent with our current goals. Okay, I've got that one, got that one. Good, good. Already have those. And ouch! Ouch! There we go. You stay put. That. And that. And all of this. Ooh. All of these. I don't want to stay put. Too bad. Ugh! Jeez. Oh, God. That guy packs a punch. Toolin keeps kind of screwing things up for me by hitting him, because it ends up breaking my thaw and freeze cycle. There. Youch. 2 fairies down. That is painful. Bonk. Alright. Now that that disaster is taken care of. Ooh, nice. That means that I can use another one of these. Go ahead and just use one of these guys, because, good enough. Oh yeah, that's right, I've got this one for breaking rocks with. Any weapons that I want to get rid of? Start using this one next, I guess, just to use it up. Get rid of my weak stuff sooner. Ooh, nice. Don't mind having that. Now we'll see. The potential problem is that when I get over to the stable trotters, it might cause the sail to despawn. I don't think that it will, but it might. And if it does, I'll have carried this over there for nothing, but you know what? Worth a try. So I'm not very far away, and it doesn't affect my running speed very much. Now, I don't think that I've actually been to this one yet, which is kind of funny, because you usually get to it fairly early in the game, but I've just been all over the place. Hello. Stop cowering. Talk to me. Maybe.
Hey! Oh!
Oh, I guess I have been to this one.
Oh!
Okay, where are they? It's a little weird. Okay, so I did get the well. Now, there is the Yiga quest. Or, like, it's the quest for this stable. But it's one pertaining to the Yiga that is nearby. Just a little weird, though. I'm not sure why the stable trotters aren't here. Would have kind of figured that they would be. Oh, hey. There's another sail right there. It's one of the ripped ones, so... not great. But... suppose I can just grab a fresh one when I need it. It's weird, though. I would have expected them to be here. I will take a nap here, I guess, and see if they appear during the day. I don't know. It might just be the fact that it's nighttime.
Hey! Ah!
I'll do a regular bed.
Oh! Oh! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Yeah, it made the thing disappear.
Oh!
Ah.
Okay. Come over here. Take care of this Korok. Usually the easiest way of dealing with it is one of these, but I'm going to be chaotic because I have more of those than I do of anything else. And that works. And easiest way to get up. No, I was thinking about using the Zora armor to get up, but then I remembered this had just dropped, and this will by far be the easiest way to gain a lot of elevation. Genius, actually. I've been trying to get that fucking Korok for ages. Yeah, it's sometimes frustrating dealing with a lot of the Cork ones, because it's kind of picky about what kind of force is considered as acceptable for actually pulling the plug out. Something like a fan usually is not sufficient. And a lot of them are in locations where you can't actually properly use something like a heavy rock or something. This is going to be another one of those cases where I end up mistiming the inputs simply because these guys have such slow attacks that I always think it's going to happen much faster than it does. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll be fine. There we go. I'm literally turning on my game and leaving Zora's Domain just to go get that Korok. Yeah, usually the easy way of getting those is sticking either a rocket or a cannon on it, depending on whichever you have more of. Well, I don't really need to get rid of any of these. Probably the best one to get rid of is actually going to be this Forest Dweller's Shield, because it looks nice, but it's not as good as a Mighty Zonite Shield in any respect. And if I need another one, I can always go get one in the Lost Woods. Even if it's a bit of a pain in the butt with doing no fast travel. Now the question is there another one of those that we can ride up? Because I think that going and doing the shrine, yeah, made it despawn. So it looks like the answer there is a no. Wow, those are really surprisingly quite low. And I've never been to these ones. Imagine that. Well, neat. Just because this is slightly more level ground. That's right, I need to pull out an apple to just reduce the auto build cost. No point in using 3 Zonite if I don't need to. Get me up. There we go. Yeah, go figure. Whew. But yeah, the stable quest over here is going to be up this way. Because it's in between the peaks. Not a headshot, but strong enough to kill him anyway. gonna fall asleep? Not quite. Now, a nice thing about the rain is it improves your stealth. Yeah. Nice. A few baked apples from the explosion that I will have to eat right away, as per the game rules. That is part of the challenge run. Just leave that seared steak alone. No point in grabbing it. Okay. Okay, well, I guess this one I have to go speak to Penn first about. That's a little annoying. So, time to backtrack, I guess. I usually like going and doing them before talking to him, just because it's funnier that way. But I probably should have been a little bit more cautious about that. Hey, Ben. I guess this time I will go flying up the waterfall. Yeah. Okay. Nothing on that. Change my outfit back. And get out another apple. And need to find somewhere relatively level. There. Just because I don't want to go blasting off away from where I want to go. And because it's raining, I'll just go ahead and make another one. Even though this one will launch me a little ways away. Well, at least make sure that I don't bonk against any of the rocks here. Yeah, that wasn't too hard to get back up from, at least. Yeah, here we go. Now it's working right. clear out my album again. Oops. I'm gonna need to get back over to Terrytown at some point. What's the funniest way I could open it? I wonder. Technically, I could use something like this. Let's see. Actually, nah, I'll go ahead and use this just because I do need to use this weapon up. I was going to say it would be funny to use the eightfold long blade for taking them out, just for irony purposes, but... Where is he even? There.
Yeah! Oh. Ah. Toto. Ha. Ah.
Do. Ugh. And of course I don't get any of the rupees from that. Thanks a lot. I mean, I guess I got some as part of the reward, but, You go, Buppy. Come on, then. The stable dogs can end up revealing their little periodic secret when being fed between 3 to 5 different pieces of food that they'll eat. So I always put down 3 just to see if they'll get it on the first go. Usually it ends up being 4. Sometimes it ends up being 5. There we go. You get that little sound notification when you've done it. And I think the one here, yeah, usually shows up back this way. But the chest won't spawn until you feed the puppy, so no point in looking for it if you don't have... No. Worth a shot. Still nice to get. It is just very weird, though, that the Stable Trotters quest doesn't seem to want to behave here. Forget where the other locations are. I guess maybe I need to go over and do this one next. I did do the first one. Trying to think of where the... Okay, yeah, and the last one's way up here. Maybe that'll be something that we do next time after I take care of getting to Kakariko. But what I'll probably do here... Actually, let's see what he's got. No, not a hasty elixir. Nothing good.
Wow!
He's still gonna try to offer that to me. Alright, we'll take Millie out. Our faithful steed. I am gonna need to upgrade... Whoops. Her abilities at some point. Because she's not super great in terms of her stats, but we got her because of the pattern. You can just kind of let the horse take the lead. Just little nudges. Straight through here, yeah. And yes, Sunshine, Millie is the best horse. Gonna need to check out that spot at some point. I think there's either a shrine or at least a cave. Even though I believe that that's like a river that runs under the entire place. Goodness, just running over all these birds. But yeah, at Kakariko proper, I don't think that there's anything that I want out of that specific dispenser that's there. God, how many birds is that now? I think that was like at least 3, maybe 4. I need to get out of the way. Ooh. There's a beetle. Got the Korok. Glad to hear, Sunshine. That one is a little pesky, huh? Again, I copy you because you're so cool. Well, I won't ever make the claim to be, but I'm glad that you think so. I'm just a huge nerd. So let's see, the way down to the depths from here. Actually, while I'm here, would be a good opportunity to refresh my shield, because I need a new flower garland. And I can also... Hi, Coco. I can also... go ahead and try to buy the other set. I forget what it's called, but the bone proficiency one. Luminous set or something like that. Something, something. I think we were due for a heart container. So next time, it'll be a stamina vessel. That'll make the demon bow stronger, which will be nice, because those are one of my favorite bows, both for aesthetic reasons, but also functionally. They do shoot very far, very straight, and they are, quote-unquote, stone class, in that they do not burn, don't attract electricity. Nice and convenient. I'll wait until noon in order to just speed up Coco getting over here.
Hi.
Yeah! Back to looking my usual self. Eight. So, 2,400, I guess.
Yeah. Hey.
So what do I gotta sell? Knock myself down to 5 each of these. And I can probably get rid of like 21 of these. Or, sorry, 24 rather. Okay, so now I just need like 400 rupees. I'm I'm gonna go cook up the meat that I've got and then sell it. Probably be the fastest way to go about making the money. I'm sure there's other stuff I could do, but I don't really want to sit around just figuring it out. Rather just do this. I'll just hold on to the remaining ones. Is there anything else that I have a whole bunch of? It is kind of a shame that they don't give you, like, a sort by most items organizer. It would just make it so much faster for you to determine exactly what you have an overabundance of. I'll go ahead and do that one also. Let's do that. We'll see how much that gets us. I can always sell a diamond if I have to, but I really don't want to. They're more useful to me as fuel for making the legendary weapons.
Ah. Hey.
Okay. Sell that. Sell that. And that. Okay, that actually did get us all the money. But this'll just give us a little extra. I did have an excess of those, so. Wowza, these ones actually, these ones are worth a lot. Didn't expect that. I guess the beetles at least are good for selling as elixirs.
Ah.
Nice. Got that full set now. Yeah, up here where the Great Fairy used to be will now be our path down to the depths. One over here. Huh. Must have been far enough away that they didn't notice me. They usually end up coming from pretty far away. Okay. Actually, I could probably make a bunch of coarser bee honey candies in order to make some money also. The goblin blowed me up. Oh no. So the direction that I'll be going is over this way. But to start off, just because it's so close, I'm gonna head over here. And at least get this light route. Real quick. Gotta be something over there. It was just auto-saving. Ooh, nice. Pristine Zora sword. I don't want to get rid of anything. I really, really don't want to get rid of anything. But these are real nice. An easy way to oh, nice, and it's even got attack up plus 10. That is the highest damage bonus that you can get. But a nice way of invoking the bonus for doubling the damage on them without using Sidon is to just throw a splash fruit or a chew jelly at your feet. And that'll work. So a real nice way to have a high damage weapon. And I believe... yeah. There's a Yiga hideout right over there. And where was the other one? Right there. Nice. Oh, and here's the Zora Spear. Just gonna leave that one, though. Because I can actually come back to that one later. It will now stay that one indefinitely. That's kind of the neat thing with the weapons in the depths, is once one has been drawn in, then it's going to stay that particular one until such a time as you pick it up. Okay. Right there. Yeah. No avoiding that one, really. Now this one, I think, is the one that gives you, yeah, springs. Springs on a stake, specifically. which is arguably kind of the most useful of the Yiga schematics. Like really any of the game-provided auto builds. Most of them are just very, very low efficiency and not worth it at all. Not if you are decent at coming up with designs yourself. Oh. Bonk. Meow. Got him. Hello there, Lord Gate. I'm guessing the pronunciation is. Thank you for the follow. Hi, new here. I saw your challenges and love it. Glad to hear that. It was basically an attempt to essentially make the master mode that we never got. Because unfortunately the devs have expressed that they are not going to be producing DLC. That may prove to be a lie, as that's happened in the past. But, yeah, the overall impression that they have given is that they had, quote-unquote, done everything that they thought that they could really do. And so they just weren't gonna do anything else. Come on. Let me take these out. And oh, thanks for the hydrate there, Sunshine. But yeah, the knowledge that I have as... Oh, Lord, great. I forgot to type the R and Twitch won't let me change it until I think 30 or 60 days have passed. Yep. I have run into that situation myself before. But, yeah, in any case, we got a master mode, of course, in Breath of the Wild, and other than the fact that I didn't like how they handled the mechanic of the enemies healing, I did really enjoy having the master mode. Oh man, is it really not going to let me? Okay. That seems very silly that it won't let me do that. But yeah, in any case, there we go. I enjoyed having the master mode in that and wanted one in this game, but there wasn't one. And being a part of the Hyrule engineering community, I'm very familiar with a bunch of different ways that you can kind of exploit or cheese a lot of stuff in this game that drastically reduces the challenge, and if you're doing so, it really kind of trivializes a lot. So there are certain items that basically, rarely get used, at least in a meaningful way. Oops. Dang it. I accidentally picked up the wood. That's not what I wanted to do. But, I decided to just come up with a set of rules that would essentially put those... Gosh. That would just put those into effect and give me a bit more of a reason to use certain mechanisms. The biggest one of those just being that I wanted there to be a reason to use potions, because for the most part you can just use meals. I wanted to get rid of the ability to just eat like a million apples between getting hit and hitting the ground, because that makes it so that a lot of battle was really just a lot of blowing through your inventory, and that's not really a whole lot of fun when you're specifically looking for a challenge. So not being able to eat in the middle of battle, not being able to use meals except immediately. Oops. Okay. Well, I guess we're doing this now. And a few other things. So, one of the reasons, for instance, why I'm bothering with using the balloons here... Oh, damn it. Is that if I wasn't royally screwing it up, they would be providing lift that would allow me to keep using the wing for a much longer period of time. The issue being that with having those on there right now, it's now just kind of weighing things down. But in any case, normally with wings, the only reason why they end up despawning is because they generate lift. And the amount of lift that they are able to generate is essentially what is being used up. Well, since I basically didn't use a lot of those at all, I'll at least be able to just use some other parts out of my inventory for it. And maybe this time I won't screw it up. I'm just curious, how do you get out of the depths without fast travel? Well, there's a few different ways. There are a few sections on the map where there is no way to get out other than just going right back up the hole that you came out of. But for the most part, you can use ascension towers. There's like a few places in the depths. I think it's something like 13 different locations where there's just like this big pillar kind of reaching down into the depths. And you can ascend out of those locations. But it does mean that you have to hike a pretty long way in order to get out. So I kind of have to plan out all of the work that I end up doing down here. Okay, so I'm going to need to head straight and then take a left in order to get back to where I wanted to be. Of course, here I was doing it the hard way. The easiest way to do this is just this. But, yeah, you'll be able to see this will now end up kind of holding elevation while my battery recharges, and the wing's not going to despawn in the process. Unfortunately, it takes a while for you to get your battery back, but it does get you at least a little bit of distance. The nice thing with this is that it costs 0 zonite to auto-build as long as you have all the constituent parts in your inventory. There is a better flying machine that I prefer to use, which is essentially this, but instead of having fans and a control stick on it, you just put a sail on the front. And that ends up making it so that you can use a gusting weapon in order to just blow the wing forward. But by having the balloons on here, it makes it so there's enough lift being generated that it doesn't use any of the wing's lift. There's a certain threshold, which is technically the lift generated by one balloon and one fan that is tilted 45 degrees upwards. That is basically the capacity that you have to end up having in order to make it so that the wing isn't being used. You'll be able to see, once this actually breaks free, that now it's going to start using the regular gliding force. And because the wing is now generating lift, it's going to now actually start despawning. Okay. Facing in the correct direction now. But now this is where the approximately 30 seconds of flight time that you can get out of a unsupported wing is going to come into play. But the biggest issue is just there's actually not a whole lot of ways that you can generate thrust. So you get kind of limited to a certain number of techniques and methods. Those being, you've basically got rockets, in certain cases, springs, but it's only when you're using something like the floating sky cubes that you can use that to generate thrust. Then fans, of course. And then there's the electric shrine motors and fans. And the only other one is actually sort of the result of a weird, not exactly a glitch so much as just the physics engine not working the way that it's expected to. It is using the game mechanics, but it's an unusual behavior where you can take a Zonai hydrant and you can stick it to the treads of a homing cart by the faucet, so that like the faucet is shooting water directly into the treads. And weirdly enough, that causes the treads to behave as if they are getting traction. And so if you use it in any orientation other than right side up, it will then actually cause the device to move forward. However, there's a limited number of applications for that, mostly because it's really slow. So yeah, in terms of air travel, those are kind of your options. And as a result, it was like, well, okay, so, you know, like, the only other option was using a gusting weapon and a sail in order to move objects. And if you just stick that on a wing with enough lift on it in order to make it so that it's not going to despawn in 30 seconds, then you can end up going very nearly about a third of the map in one go, one set of, you know, a wing and a couple of balloons. It has its drawbacks, but it works pretty slick when you're doing a challenge run like this where you only have the one cell of battery that you start off with.
No. Oh. No. Oh. Ah.
I always like being a little bit of a brat when it comes to responding to these guys. Kind of surprised that I didn't come across a duplex bow sooner. Out of subject, but has anyone told you sound somewhat similar to Jim Parson? I'm not familiar with who that is. So it's entirely possible that somebody has said that, and I just haven't remembered it. Okay. Oh, Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. Yeah, that's not one that I think I've gotten before, but interesting to know. There we go. We'll see what this one is. I think this one's, yeah, the launch pad. Seemed to remember that that was specifically the one next to the Yiga clan member. And what do we got? Just a crystallized charge. Does nothing for me. Oh. And next time will be a matter of figuring out where the next location to go ought to be. I think I'm just gonna bust up these boxes and then see if there is anybody I'd like to raid, or if we'll just call it good and do a plain old goodbye. There's always some good stuff in these ones. At least more so than, you know, the normal ones. Yeah. I think the next set of them that I'll need to end up heading to, next closest one from here is going to be out of the depths. So I'm going to need to find the nearest ascension tower, and that is going to be Dang. In a really awkward spot. It's going to take a bit of trekking in order to get over to it. It looks like the next ascension location is basically over here. Either that or I'm going to have to like go all the way around this whole river here, because the rivers are impassable walls in the depths, and I don't really like the idea of having to loop all the way around just to get to the Ascension Tower. So I'm probably going to have to just get over to this one, roughly. But we'll probably end up hitting up a bunch of light routes on the way, is my guess. And should be a good location to pick up. Okay, let's see who's live. Okay, tell you what, looks like Prochara is live with Splatoon 3. He is a pretty big content creator in the space and does competitive play, so it should be a good time. Whoops. Accidentally canceled that. There we go. So, thanks for dropping in, and we'll pick back up on this probably tomorrow. Thanks very much, everyone. Take care.